one and all, and welcome to a Maskwood Nexus of Shenanigans variation of the Brewing Labs. Now, for the record, this deck was actually inspired by a comic that an artist did on Twitter that I followed. I'm going to link that content creator down below. They actually make some ridiculously fun and cute comics, and some really cute arts. Like, they have the cutest kind of like chibi little Hedron Clab and like Thieves Guild Enforcer, and the card of this deck that we brewed around, which is Gallia of the Endless Dance. 2 mana, 2/2, legendary creature, satyr, haste. Other satyrs you control get +1/+1 and have haste. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, draw 2 cards. And we're also brewing around Maskwood Nexus. Maskwood Nexus has creatures you control are every creature type, the same is true for creature spells you control, and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. And it has free and tap it to create a 2/2 blue shapeshifter creature token with a change of the lane, which means it's all creature types. And the last secret component of the deck, so to speak, is actually Cavalli of all things. Mostly because one thing you're going to notice, other than satyrs, we don't really have that many satyrs, but we do have 2 type of creature types, technically 4, but the 4 are in there just as a, more as a engine for other components of the deck. But we have beasts, we have giants, and we just have our 3rd and 4th creature type, technically, which is elementals, elves, and technically humans, but they're mostly in there to just essentially fuel the components. Like, for example, our only human, which is Edgewall Innkeeper. Primary's in there because we have the adventure package specifically to help us draw cards. The elf package is the elf card in here is specifically in here to help us get additional lands off the top of our library. The beast the elementals help us to play lands from our graveyard, especially since we have lands that we're going to replay, such as Tyrite Sanctum. And actually, one quick edit I'm going to do to this deck, because I thought I had 2 of these Elder Gargoyles. Apparently that's not the case, so let me actually do a quick post-edit here. Usually I don't do this, but I do want to make this as a 2/2, so I think we can go down to 1 less Maskwood Nexus for that, just to make this gimmick work. There we go. And pretty much the basic premises, we have beasts and giants. Primarily, those are creature type, and that's because Cavalli, God of Kinship. Now, it's nice if we have it as the 4-drop, but also it's just a great mana lock for 2. We choose a creature type, so we're primarily going to either choose beast or giant, most likely, and just essentially we can use as a mana lock to either add mana for those specific creature types or for legendary creatures, which we do have a few within this deck design. We have stuff like Rada, we have stuff like Toski, which, okay, I guess that's the 5th creature type, but nevertheless, they're all going to become the same creature type with Maskwood Nexus, but this helps us draw additional cards, plus helps us get an indestructible 1/1, which helps fuel Lovestruck Beast. And yeah, we are running the adventure package of Bonecrusher Giant and Lovestruck Beast, because if you're in Gruul, that's just a really, really popular and really good package at the moment. We also are running Realm Walker to help us draw additional cards, and plus we can choose either just essentially Giants or Beasts and help us draw cards. Primal Might as removal, Elder Gargoyle because it's just a really powerful beast, Quakebringer because it's just a powerful giant and helps us against the mill strategies, Ancient Green Warden, as stated before, to help us play lands back from our graveyard. That is the deck, so it's going to be a quick video tonight, so we're going to play a few best of ones. I don't really have a sideboard yet for best of 3 matchup, and so far I feel like this deck could be tailored for a best of 3, but I feel like this is more of a fun best for 1 deck at its current iteration, so let's give it a whirl. Okay, we got our standard good cool starting package. We could even play Cavalli turn 2 if they don't play a creature, so they're not going first, so I think we keep this. See what they play. So we have choices here. We could name a beast off this. That way then we can have a turn-free questing beast potentially. Looks like we're going against the cycling deck, so yeah, I think our change of plans, we're probably going to be playing this and just playing Stomp at the moment. Yeah, we are definitely playing Stomp. We will take the 2. Now we just need to get another land. No. I mean, worst case scenario, we could play the Reinhardt Crest. In this case, we're probably going to be naming giants, since we have primarily more giants in our hand at the moment that we can play. Yet again, we're not going to take it. Okay. Well, yeah, it's legendary, so we don't need to worry. So I think I'm just going to do this, name giant. Pass the turn. And while they're probably thinking we're going to play Bone Crush Giant for the card draw, I'm kind of tempted just to play Rada at the moment for land drop. We don't draw one. Though we might be just cycled out here. Yeah, I think I'm going to block here. As much as I would love to have the card draw, I do think we're just going to be... Well, we can have our card draw, but I think the best play here is play Rada. Wow, we are land starved. Not usual with this deck. No. Ugh. Okay. We could play this for 2. That will not be enough. So I think we just play the giant here and double block. If we can. Unless they cycle. That's not a good sign. Well, this is a giant, so... Let's say beast. And there was the land we were looking for. But chances are we're probably going to be Xenoflight again. Yep. Okay. First match, not the best in the world, but hey, sometimes that happens. Okay, I do like this hand a lot. We are going to keep this hand. Okay, so we're going to play this. This could be rogues, but it looks like cycling. Okay. With that being the case, we're just going to cycle this. And just swing in for 1. Okay, we're just gonna draw a card here. But yeah, 2 cycling decks in a row. That's... I'm not gonna say it's rare, but usually you don't see that every day. opponent playing a monocolored cycling deck? It... Maybe? Or it could just, maybe they just... This is a weird matchup. We'll play this on red, play this again, draw a card. Fascinating. Ooh, there's a Cavalli. We could just say... I think the way I'm going to do this is first we play this. We do this. At the moment, we're pretty much thrown about draining from the looks of it. There's the red they needed. So they're probably going to cycle, penis 4 pointed damage. Ooh. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is actually... I think I'm going to play Gallia. I'm going to discard a card at random. Honestly, we played this on this, and... Yep. Okie dokie, so they play a Draenei Healer. This is going to be cycling. Yep. Groundwalker is nice. What do I want to name, though? Probably Giant, since we already played a majority of our beasts. A land, which I do not mind. I'm going to play this, then. Put it under... Giant would not hurt, so... And, well... There's our Maskwood nexus. Nice. we'll just foretell this for now. Ooh, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Presuming if our opponent does not have a lethal here, we might actually... Well, first, Maskwood Nexus. And now we pretty much triple, well, not triple, double all of our damage, so our opponent has to block. They're gonna have to block the Questing Beast. Unless they really don't mind taking 8 damage here. Which they might not if they have a Zenith Flare. Keep in mind. They're thinking here. Going to 1 life total. Okay. Well, first this. Then we activate this. And I mean... no life gain for you. That is one benefit of Quake Beaner. That is one. That makes me wonder, if technically they try to remove Quake Beaner with a Zenith Flare, does that work the way I think it works? Well, they need a top deck. Do they got their Zenith Flare in hand? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they don't gain a life. And that is why Quake Greener is in the deck. Yeet. Splenderana to the pepperoni. Okay, we got one more for tonight, and then the reason why this video is going to be a little bit short is because Strixhaven spoilers start tomorrow, and I kind of pretty much have to get ready to start covering all of those. So get ready for a few top deck pops for the next few days or such, talking about spoilers from Strixhaven, which I'm personally excited for. There's still, I am kind of curious how they're going to do with the story, because it'll be interesting. Let's just put it like that. Oh, hello, opponent. Hello, illusion. Hello. Ooh, blood sheets first. Archfiend's vessel. Okie dokie. Well, we could just. Nah, I am in the Gallia mood. Let's swing in for 2. So it looks like mono black. Nope. On the bright side, we can play the World Tree here and then just play either one of our Questing Beasts or Calamity Bears. Oh, they're just in the drawing card mood. Okay. That works for our end, so we can play this. Just swing in for 1, see what they play next. Ooh, nice card. Yeah, I think we're in the card drawing mood because we need to draw a land, so. Plus, it allows us to block the Sky Shade, Exclave Shade. Pretty nice. And our opponent just can't block a Question Beast, and they're like, nope. Nope. Yeah, that shows the power of the free drops in Eldraine. Okay, well. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up, but I think I'm gonna leave with one surprise. So, this is Maskwood Adventures. Personally, I do like this deck. I like this deck a lot. I do feel like there's a few things you could change to it, though. You could definitely throw in more Maskwood Nexuses, or essentially throw in more Changelings to help with the basic archetype here. So, pretty much throw in some of the better Changelings that we have. If you want to go Teamer, you could even do some Orvar Shenanigans, I would say, especially with some adventure spells that target your own stuff. That's definitely an approach you can do. You could also go into a super ramp variation using stuff like Cultivate. You could also go into an all-legendary tribal-based Shenanigans, which, I can actually show that one right here. This is actually an all-legendary variation, well, almost all-legendary variation of a list that I actually brewed. Now, this one did not make the list. I'll still probably provide the deck list down below as just an extra treat for getting ready for Strixhaven Shenanigans. But this one's basically a primary component of it is all essentially legendaries and snow-based mechanics such as Frostbite. Essentially, it's mostly there to support Frostbite as well as Jorn, God of Winter. I was considering putting this on the Brewing Labs, but the more I looked at it, I saw all the wild cards that are needed to make this deck, and I was like, let's try to make a more lower cost variation of this list. But still, it has Gallia in here, it has a bunch of legendary travels. Also relies on Kavari, God of Kinship, as well, just to essentially name any of the creature types we need. I do like this variation, so as a way to just end the night off and end this video, let's show off this deck, at least for one match, and just, well, let's make sure I chose it real quick. Because I can see my brain doing that. Give it a minute for the server. There we go. Yes, I chose that one. Perfect. Okay. Let us do some invincible shenanigans, shall we? do like this hand, so we are keeping this hand without a sweat. We're gonna play the Snowland first. We could definitely play the World Tree there, but I do like to get the Snowland permanents to help us with Frostbite, essentially. Ooh, we're going against Sultai Elves. Speaking of which, I think I'll do that. Play the World Tree. We can play these next turn. We could either play Eska the World Tree or just put Gallia down. Or is this like Simic Elves? This might just be Simic Elves. Okay, with that being the case, I am just going to destroy this, mostly because we don't want them to have the token generation, because we will probably be overrun. So, better that we get those token generators out of the play, so to speak. Here, I think I'm going to play this. If we get a land on top, not bad. Plus, it's also a free, which blocks the majority of their stuff, so... Okay, they're going for... Ooh, it's Elf Reflections of Lijar. I've been hearing about this list. Okay, this list is going to be sweet. In that case, I'm going to play Toski right now. Swing in, draw an extra card, which is our Jorn, which works. I was hoping for land there, but not the end of the world. But no, if this is the list I think it is, it's a pretty sweet list. You use Reflections of Lijar and just play all your elf spells, which is a pretty silly list if it gets going. Okay, that's sweet. 4 Realm Walkers. That's awesome. Okay, no creature. Do we have a creature in our graveyard? We don't yet. We could just play this. That allows us still access to free mana, which allows us to play Jorn. I think I like that play a lot better. So we're going to play Eska. And it allows us to play Jorn, just to get that on the battlefield. Oh no. That's a no. This is a sweet list. Ooh, land. Perfect. Okay, no creature cards in the graveyard. We could play Nylea just to get it out. Play Magda. And what I'm going to do here is swing, because I have to with that, and see if they block the Jorn with enough creatures to try to quote-unquote kill it, because then we could... Okay, yeah, they do not want that to survive, so... Makes sense. Should have realized that was tapped. But this actually works better in our hand, so to speak. Because then what we can do here is actually play the Masked Vandal, targeting one of the Reflections of Lijar, because we do not want them to have as many permanents as they can have, so yeah. And I guess we could play the Galley of the Dance. And with that, we pass the turn. Ooh, that's so good with this deck. But yeah, Good thing we took out that second one, because we would have been in a pickle. This list is silly. Okay, put this on something that I need to try out, because this is actually really, really cool. Okay. So, first things first. I think I want to play out the Ancient Greenhorn. And I think I'm just going to make one treasure here. Ooh, more Rite of the Frost. Though it makes 2 copies of those. Does that work? Actually, it'll be interesting to see how this works. So they make a copy of Reflections, and I'm guessing they're going to make a copy of one of their elves? Does that work? Okay, that works. Okay, that's cool. That is really cool. Oh, no. That's bad. And now it's really noisy. That is... Okay. Here's what we're going to do. So we need to attack with 3 or more creatures. So we'll attack with this. And this. Discard the Magda that we already have. Okay, now we're in just Prismatic Bridge territory. Or are we just dead? We might just be dead. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be fun blocking. This is... Okay, we are gonna have to block out a lot of things. Well, let's start off from the biggest. So, this, then the smallest, after that. Now, for the record, we are probably dead, but we will block to the best of our abilities with the current board state, so... And, well... Okay, so we're gonna tap this. Any other abilities we can activate? We'll see if this helps. I don't think it would. So, graveyard. Okay, I think the one misplay I will say with that game is I probably should have waited on holding on playing the second enchantment removal piece until I could have removed the second enchantment, because then they wouldn't have come back with the Morite and such and be able to make a second copy of that. Still, that was a crazy deck. I do actually really like that deck, though. That actually is a really funny deck. So, nevertheless, that's also the legendary variation of Time to be Invincible. Still needs some tweaking, as you can tell, but nevertheless, I do like playing this once in a while, so I'll provide both deck lists down below. I hope you all have a lovely night. This is LevDev, signing out. Bada beep, bada boop.